indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. Now, August 8th for financials, I approved an appropriations transfer to move funds from the standard allowance to payroll accounts to be used by the auditor's office to fund government services in accordance with the ARPA regulations. And on August 8th for the Department on Aging, I accepted the resignation of Natalie Herring, part-time recreation and education assistant, effective August 12th, 2024, and granted permission to advertise for the position of full-time recreation and education assistant and a part-time recreation and education assistant. These positions will remain posted until filled.
Today's financials include an encumbrance increase from Community Development to ICP Geauga Lake LLC in preparation for the final payment on the Geauga Lake demolition project being paid for by a grant received from the state. Among the vouchers are $25,305 from the Auditor's Office to Integrity Appraisal Services for data conversion and 2024 new construction appraisal services. $148,351.52 from the Commissioner's Office to Kenny Hoare Construction Company Incorporated for pay request number 2 from the Geauga County Airport's Hangar 1 Improvements Project, and $18,880.09 from the Commissioner's Office to Destination Geauga for our second quarter 2024 bed tax distribution. In the last year, we've distributed a little over $80,000 to Destination Geauga to promote tourism for the county.
All right, I'll make a motion to approve financials.
Second.
And then the next one on the agenda here is the Commissioner's Office is requesting the board accept and approve the recommended changes to the 2025 revenues in Fund 2027 for the Board of Developmental Disabilities, in property and other taxes, and in Fund 2029 for the Department of Job and Family Services, in property and other taxes, state reimbursement, and other, for an overall net adjustment of $0. So there was a couple of changes that Kristen Sinatra from the Budget Commission had made me aware of. One, I think, literally was just a typo on the part of MRDD, where they, I think, just typed a 7, I think, instead of a 4, or 4 instead of 7, because it's like a $3 difference. The one for Job and Family Services, I believe that between when they had their budget meeting with the Budget Commission and when they submitted their budget, I think that some of the numbers had changed as far as the property taxes were concerned, because the number that they had gotten initially was kind of a roundish number, and we got a more I think more concrete number for their property taxes. So that one was like about a $14,000 difference that was absorbed by 3 different accounts. So the overall net is no difference in the revenue, just some numbers moving between a couple of different accounts.
Very good. All right, I'll make the motion.
Second.
Commissioner Warren?
Yes.
Commissioner Spillier?
Aye.
And then the next, I think, 3 items on the agenda here are for a grant that we are going to be receiving from the Ohio Office of Budget and Management in order to help fund the replacement of the existing parking lot at the Geauga County Safety Center. So the first one that we're going to be doing is number 5, which is the Commissioner's Office is requesting the board approve and execute Resolution 24-153, authorizing the submission of a one-time strategic community investments grant to the Ohio Office of Budget and Management to benefit Geauga County residents for the replacement of the existing parking lot at the Geauga County Safety Center.
Good. So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Warren?
Yes.
Commissioner Spillier?
Aye.
So do you know about how much we're seeking on that potentially?
I believe it's $250,000. And the overall project, I think, is budgeted for about $500.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's going to pay for half of that. So the next one would be, the Commissioner's Office is requesting the Board approve and authorize myself, Adrian Gordon, Budget and Finance Manager, to submit for review and approval the grant agreement between the Office of Budget and Management and the Jogga County Commissioners for the one-time Strategic Community Investments Grant to the Prosecutor's Office to meet the agreement deadline and have before the Board of Commissioners at their meeting on September 17th, 2024.
So moved.
Second. Commissioner Warren?
Yes.
Commissioner Spillier?
And then the final one is to set up the new fund that would be used to receive and expend that money. So the Commissioner's Office is requesting the Board approve and execute Resolution 24-154, requesting the County Auditor to establish a new fund in regard to the Strategic Community Investments Grant Fund to account for monies received, expended, and distributed by the Board of County Commissioners in accordance with the requirements of the grant.
Motion?
Second.
Uh,
Commissioner Warren?
Yes.
Commissioner Spillier?
Okay, thank you very much.
Thanks.
The next item is the juvenile court.
Okay.
Okay.
You want to read that?
The probate and juvenile court is requesting the board approve and authorize the president of the board to execute the Department of Youth Services Subsidy Grant Juvenile Court Funding Application Update for fiscal year 2025 and DYS reclaim grant in the amount of $397,418.77.
Okay. Make a motion?
Commissioner Lennon?
Yes.
Commissioner Spillier?
Yeah, go ahead.
Good morning.
Sorry.
That's okay. Items 8, 9, and 10 are all for Department of Community and Economic Development. We are requesting to grant permission to advertise for bids for our CDBG projects for number BF231AZ-1. All of the bid openings will be on September 4th. Item number 9 is Sugaring Falls Park Community Center, and that's their roof replacement. That opening would be at 2 o'clock on September 4th. 10 and 11 are both for the Maple Leaf residences. We are doing 3 houses for them, and we decided to split up the roofs into one bid and windows into a separate bid. So those will be done at 210 and 220 respectively for the roof and windows.
Very good. I'll make a motion on 9, 10, and 11.
Second. Commissioner Lennon?
Yes.
Commissioner Spillier?
Right.
Thank you.
Great.
Have a great day.
Good morning.
Good morning, how are you?
How are you?
Well, how are you? Good.
All right, I've got 11 through 14 today, or 12 through 14, sorry. So number 12, the maintenance department is requesting the board approve and execute the service agreement with Young Investments Incorporated, doing business as Yomar Supply, to perform door inspection, installation, and maintenance services at various county locations for a 3-year period, effective August 13th, in an amount not to exceed $30,000.
Okay, so moved.
Second. Commissioner Lennon?
Yeah.
Commissioner Spillier?
Number 13, the maintenance department is requesting the board approve and execute the contract agreement with Air Force One Incorporated to provide HVAC maintenance and on-call services for the Geauga County 2024 through 2027 office building HVAC maintenance in the amount of $109,211 for service at the labor rates for 24 to 27 and not to exceed an amount of $50,000.
Okay, I'll make a motion.
Second. Commissioner Lennon?
Yes.
Commissioner Spillier?
And then number 14, we're requesting the board award the bid to Barbicas Construction Company for the Geauga County parking lot repairs. The rebid, this bid came in at $128,312, and they represented the lowest and best bid.
Okay, so is this gonna be at multiple different locations then?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so moved?
Second?
Commissioner Warren?
Yes.
Commissioner Spillier?
Aye.
Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you.
The next item involves a temporary construction easement on State Route 87 down near Post 2. The ODOT is doing work on, I think they're replacing a bridge on 87, and they need to obtain a temporary construction easement on that, on property that's owned by the county down in that area. So it's a 24-month temporary easement. ODOT is going to pay us $300 for it. This is just getting the approval on doing that, and to approve and authorize President of the Board to execute W-9 and KE information form DOT 01 right-of-way forms submitted by ODOT.
Okay, real quick, did they not reach out to us about purchasing this property? Or was it always the
No,
easement?
they had reached out to us because they knew they were gonna be doing that project and that they might need an easement.
Okay, but they never said anything about buying
Not
it?
purchasing it.
Okay.
It's just temporary for them to just move construction vehicles around.
Okay. And this is where our old recycling area was, is that?
No, this is actually further,
Oh,
further east on 87 from Post 2.
okay,
Yeah.
okay. Okay, very good. I make a motion?
Second?
Commissioner Warren?
Yes.
Commissioner Spillier?
Was. Yeah.
Yeah. I thought somebody wanted to buy that.
So the guy who did the annexation.
Okay.
At one point about requesting
About buying.
where the old recycling place
Okay.
was. He has not returned to the county.
Okay.
And then the next item deals with the getting out of the juvenile detention center. They're just asking to push the date back from August 15th, which was extended to August 15th, down back to August 21st. Prosecutor's office is working on the paperwork to do all that. We just need a few extra days to get it all processed.
Okay, very good, so moved?
Second?
Commissioner Warren?
Yes.
Commissioner Spillier?
Aye. I guess in close, we've got the viewing is going to be canceled, correct? Or is it, are they still doing it?
We still have to go
Okay.
for review.
Okay, so they'll be viewing at 2 p.m. Or the we're going to recess. We're not recess, we're just going to go ahead and terminate the meeting. Okay.
We'll review this.
Okay. Tim, just 2 signatures on this one here. Guess the only thing I wanted to say is, you know, just to comment on, you know, Glenn, thank you for your efforts through this past week here. I think it's been a big challenge for the whole county. Chuck, same thing with your IT stuff of trying to get ahead of this, but, you know, it was pretty challenging. Linda would handle it, a lot of the calls coming through, people asking us to, you know, replace fences, sump pumps in basements, the list goes on and on and on, but, you know, we're just, it was pretty amazing to just kind of see, you know, the goodness of people coming out through the storm of everybody reaching out to everybody for help. You know, and it's, I think that, you know, hate to say it, but, you know, hard times sometimes bring out the best in people, and sometimes you wish that there were a little more hard times more than less, because kind of forget what the basics are about in life. But yeah, I appreciate all the updates throughout the entire process. I was getting, text messages and calls from Glenn at 1:30, 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning, and I appreciate that. Keeping me up and, but all kidding aside, it was pretty humbling to see everybody on board, and our power companies, our first responders, everybody that came together, and just, it's humbling to see how many different companies, I saw companies from Pennsylvania, Indiana, Michigan, just driving down the road to see all these, these linemen that have come out here to try to help us, and I know that we reciprocate when in need, for these other areas, but it's just really encouraging to see that we still have a good, coordinated effort when in need. So it just kind of sets things into place when you go through this. I just actually got my power back last night at 9:30, so it's pretty amazing to see what happens. But thank you, Glenn. Thank you, everyone. It was a group effort, I know, but somebody had to be the point on the spear, and you definitely took the leadership role on this, and truly appreciate your efforts. You never let us down before, and I didn't expect it this time either, but thank you.
A lot of departments coming together, working really closely with ADP, engineers, DES, a lot. It was really, really good to see that all the departments working together to get something done. It wasn't just me, it was many, many people.
Yeah. And I think that the reality is you see how our life can change in just a matter of minutes. When you get in a situation like this, an act of God like this comes through, and you really, it kind of sets you back into place of how small of a factor we are in our world, because it just can change that fast. So it's kind of good to see, I guess. I appreciate it, and I appreciate my place of just being a very small drop in a big pond, and it's pretty humbling.
Makes you appreciate what you have.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely,
I was
it
a
does.
little upset that I had to go out and start a campfire because I couldn't use the microwave. So
Well, it does. It makes you really appreciate the basics, and so. But other than that, is there any questions? Anybody have anything? Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, Gail Rusi, League of Women Voters. And just following up on the meeting at the fair on Thursday.
Yeah.
It was stated that would be free admission.
Yeah,
And so
3 in the
I
morning
looked
till 1
on,
o'clock, I think.
they said they don't do that anymore. I called
Just
the
tell them
fair-
they're coming to the commissioners meeting.
Well, I also asked that. I called the fair office. I also looked on their website. In the fair office, I believe her name is Meg, she said they had not heard from the commissioners about special admission, and that she said she was gonna reach out.
Yeah, I'll tell you
because-
what, we'll either reach out, or either Linda or Christine, one of us will reach out to Megan, and
Okay.
we'll make some kind of arrangements. Just go to the main gate though, so that you don't have to try to have it in all the gates, just the one that's like right
Okay,
there.
so
by
I'll
the
put
sheriff's
that in our
business.
report if that's what.
Yeah, that's fine. And
Okay.
If they're coming to the commissioners meeting, it's not a ton of people, so
Right,
just let them know. We'll make some arrangements ahead of time, and
Okay.
it should not be any issues.
okay, thank you.
I don't see that as a big deal. Dan, did you have a question?
Yeah, I would be grateful for a little bit more follow-up regarding number 16, regarding withdrawal from, the ability, this is all gonna go through now, withdrawing from Portage Geauga Juvenile.
Yeah.
Okay, and the
Prosecutor
check will be
requested
coming
just a little
through?
bit more time so that, and so we're just, going through with the process of just completing the contracts and stuff. And I think with all the disruptions this past week here with, outages and stuff, we just got a little bit behind, but that's it. We're
Okay,
still
but
moving
there
forward.
is a willingness to to work with the commissioners here in
Yeah,
Geauga County
100%.
and to refund the
So I had a
withheld money.
conversation with Jay Leeworthy in Portage, she's the, like the warden over at the juvenile detention center. He assured me that the procedure was in place for the original refund we were getting, and we should be seeing that within probably 2 weeks. And so that was good news, and so we'll keep you up to date as we get that money in. We'll obviously make comment on that, so we'll be able to reflect what the total amount was on that reimbursement.
Right, and of course, that doesn't clarify the additional,
No, not yet.
right, the additional investment in the actual,
And the prosecutor's office is 100% on board with this, and he's, you know, he's on target with what needs to be done, so.
okay. So there's a sense of confidence that this will go through without any further negative
Listen, in life, there's no
implication.
guarantees that it doesn't turn into another legal mess. But we're trying to be as amicable as we could be. It
Okay.
makes sense for us, it makes sense for this county, and that's what all three of the commissioners on Geauga have, you know, good sense of what makes sense for us, and it makes sense for us to be out of there,
Okay,
so.
thank you.
Anyone else? Nobody? Okay. Tim? You're good? Good. Jerry? Christie? Linda, anything? Nothing. Okay, other than that, I would say motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
About Department of Age.